जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा दात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। जय त्वं देहि चामुंडेवी जय भूततिहारिणी जय सर्वगति देवी कलरात्रि नमोस्तुते। मधुकैतव विवर वरदे नमः रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्वैषो जहि। महिषासुर निवासिनी भक्तानां सुखदा नमः रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। रक्तबीज वरदे देवी चंडमुंड विनाशिनी रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्विजसो यहि। शुंभ शुंभ श्वैनि निशुंभ भाष्य दुर्मकस्य मर्दिनी रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्विजसो यहि। ओम अचिंत्य रूप चिहारिणी सर्वशत्रु विनाशिनी रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। ओम चंडिका सततम ये त्वयम अर्चिनम अंबिका भक्ति तम रूपम देहि जयम देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि। श्री आदि शक्ति माता की जय। Ready for our tea? Everybody, let's all stand as we begin our final session, 21st session of Bhagavad for this year. Put your hands together. Dear Lord, as we read this particular discourse tonight about your worship, may you please allow us the peace, the shanti, to do your prayer, to remember your lesson that is about to be conveyed to each person, those here in the mandir, those looking on at home. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam mayam deepam grihana devesham Trailokya timidapaham. Jai Jai Bhagwat Bhagwan ki hai आरती। पापियों को
पाप सी है तारती।
जय जय भागवत
भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप सी है तारती।
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये
मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला।
हरि ज्ञान यही
वरदान यही।
हरि ज्ञान यही
वरदान यही। जग की मंगल की
आरती।
पापियों को पाप सी है तारती।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की
है आरती। पापियों को पाप सी है तारती।
ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पाको को मिटाने वाला।
हरे दर्शन निकाने वाला।
है सुख करनी है दुख हरनी।
है सुख हरनी है दुख हरनी। की आरती।
पापियों को
सिए तारती।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की
है आरती।
पापियों को
पाप सी है तारती।
ये मधुर बोल जग पंद खोल
संग मार्ग दिखाने वाला। बेगरी को बनाने वाला।
श्री राम यही
घनश्याम यही।
श्री राम यही
घनश्याम यही।
प्रभु की महिमा के आरती।
पापियों को पाप सी है तारती।
जय जय भागवत भगवान की
है आरती। पापियों को पाप सी है तारती।
गोविंद बोलो हरि।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो
हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो
हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमन
हरि गोविंद बोलो।
राधा
रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो।
राधा
रमन हरि गोविंद बोलो।
ओम गजाननम। Everybody.
भूतगणात् सेवितं
कभेत जम्बो
फलचारभक्षितम्
उमासुतं
शु कविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पारपङ्कजम्। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके
शरण्ये
त्र्यम्बिके गौरी
नारायणी
नमोस्तुते।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्विष्णु
गुरुर्देवो
महेश्वरा।
गुरुर्साक्षात्
परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
ॐ नमः
शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय।
ॐ नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. As we enter into this, our last part Just to recap, in our last, where we reach, in our last reading, Kapil, this incarnation of Lord Vishnu that we don't hear about, explain the entire process of pranayam when we're getting off the bed, the breathing exercise where you're checking the nostrils, why we do it, how to do the breathing exercise, how do you take your breath to control your thinking as the person is growing in spirituality, how to correlate the two. His mother is the person he is teaching. His mother is by the name of Devahuti. Her parents are the equivalent to Adam and Eve. This is the Hindus' version of that discourse. When we hear about Patanjali, which is somebody who lived in 200 BC, before Christ BC, he takes what this boy taught his mother after a long time, and he creates things like Pratahara, Niyam, Yam. When people talk about yogic studies, studying yoga, this is the part where they develop, for example, ahimsa. I'm going to practice internally the attitude of living with non-violence. From Sanatan Dharma and ahimsa came the entire religion of Jainism because of that. Tonight in our final discourse taken from the pages of Bhagwat, we are going to read from the next chapter that has a nice piece of information concerning the concept of God, Christian worship, and other forms of worship, and some of the rules that he put state to clarify how you and I deal with certain things, and you'll hear about it as we go. Further to that, after doing the Gayatri, sit down. After doing Gayatri, by tonight we will do the Shanti mantra to lift that Khalsa, and the entire mandap will be broken in time for normal Gita part in the morning. Tomorrow's session is concerning Gita part, Vasudev Mahatyam, Gita Mahatyam, etc. Returning the dirt that was brought into the Yagyashala, Mother Earth, time to carry she back. When that earth is going back, sometimes when, let me say, the Pandit in your temple, in your area, is doing Ganesh Puja, Ganesh Visarjan, you ever notice how people is rushed? They want to go in the beach, they want to see the Murti, the send-off. There's a part of Ganesh Puran that explains when you are doing that Visarjan and you are going to return the mud that they borrow from Mother Earth to make the Murti. Ma, look, I bring back your son. And they're going to put him in the river or the pond, wherever they get the mud. And the person prays that as I make this offering, I have been praying for X, Y, and Z reason. Please grant my desire. So the person is going to wet the foot. Or in the case like if you're returning the mud for the wedding, you're carrying she back. But in the wedding, we just do it kind of wrong. We just do it in big way Friday, everybody fasting preparation. And when usually traditionally Sunday wedding, you are going and do that, you just go Monday. That is when the ladies take the 5 in Trinidad culture only. Nowhere else in the world they just do that 5 dal puri with sweet rice tradition. That is supposed to be one of the most blessed moments because the person breakfast 10 to 1. And now they dive when they carry back the kangan and all of that. That is where they just ask, mother, you come, you see we married, and we want to break the shed, we want to break the decorations, for example. Bless the young people that married or the couple that married and allow them to have happiness. That part of the mati returning, the mud for mati. When you have, based on our conversation about twin, triplet, yamal birth, troublesome birth, tatar, etc. When that is being done, that is a major factor in that prayers, that you have to finish or close off that wedding properly, return the mother before the people breakfast. For this reason, when you hear in the wedding ceremony, they tell you about try days vrat or try vrat. Try vrat mean honeymoon, sleeping together, eating meat, drinking alcohol, to be quite clear, does not happen until that mud and all the kangan let go and the mud go back. If the mud is in the premises, this dirt that it is bringing, the deuta is still there. You could say to a mirror matter all you want until that deuta is lift. You go and let me just say that this praise, this baby with all his God, sit down there and you go and eat fresh or indulge in anything untowards. The troubles that people who are theater, twin, triplet, it will not happen same time, but it will come. Me and a friend was talking today about the tendency. Your family could have had 25 children. Now you're struggling for one. Years later, generation later, you will want to know how come. How come? And that is not only for non-vegetarian. That is for pundits as well. According to what Kali Yuga is, be very clear. Watch how much pundit have children. How many pundit now in this age have children that are practicing, jenny wearing, Gayatri chanting, willing to help people, based on what the pundit said last night. You could belong to the family, but you're practicing the lifestyle. It doesn't make sense. I come and bow to your foot. You cannot help me. Thank you, son. In Kali Yuga, what will happen shortly when you have nobody to do your funeral or your wedding? There's nobody to guide us now based on our yag. What is Yamal But? How to fix theater? The idea of simple things tomorrow morning when somebody pundit come, the jarring, the cleaning people tomorrow, using different methods, mantras that I give them so that they would help people. So that tomorrow prayer is totally different, you know. Tomorrow when you come in to collect some of the ashes where they're burning. If you was here all week they're burning Gayatri through the prayers, before, after the prayers. And you're coming to get some of that basma, some of that vibhuti, the jar in you, we go in, you go offer water who have health problem. On a day like tomorrow when they're carrying back the mud, the person who have cancer or polyps in the intestine is offer water and beg, you're leaving, you're going, but make sure and take me trouble, help me about to the earth, please take it and clear my way, help me to see betterment. If done inappropriate, if you tell yourself, well, I'm doing prayers, and when it's done. You could be doing prayers, I've been saying it all week, you could be doing prayers and you're waiting for help, but the help is coming. What will happen when people forget all the Jarian mantra, how to fix it, why it is used, peacock feather, etc., how to do these things? Tell me in your best knowledge if you know somebody who is willing to do Jarian for Jandas now. You get dog bite, you get scorpion bite, who know the mantra to say how to jaga with that prayer? No. If the girl make a baby and the milk block on her chest, how to jarry that breast with bale picker? When somebody say Kali Yuga, I want you to be very clear on what it is. And he does say that in Kali Yuga, this is why you listen to Bhagwat, so that you learn and it clear your way, so that it start to see how to cut through your problem. Otherwise, blinded as we all are, you will find prejudice, racial reasons to kick this one and that one is good and this is good and that is good, and you will shun in your own community the people that make to help you. You ever see how people is damn the same people that's supposed to rub you, help you, massage you, fix for your prayers? Nobody is good. The pundit is good. Your parent is good. Your mother-in-law is good. Nobody is good. Who good? Just help me understand that. Who? Show me somebody who good. And nobody is good. When nobody has come to you, the day you're in trouble, you're vexed. God is good too. You never hear people say that? You see where godly happened to me? When you're in Kali Yuga, this is how the person vision this be. You ever see a child hungry and they can't get the food fast enough, the world could burn down? Cry, ball, beat up the place. But you cannot do anything in your own self. What it is you need food? Well, get up and get the food. You need help, the person, you need help. You're depressed, you're downtrodden, you're beaten. What do you need and how to help yourself? You can't help yourself. Everybody else bad. You're like a crying little child. You will blame everybody except you. The government bad, the police bad, everybody bad. But for you to get up and help yourself, and I included myself in that. That is why when he talks about tamasic and he says lazy and lethargic, even if you have a parent guiding the child, pick up your book now, boy, light your Diana, boy, offer the dark. That does not track people in Kali Yuga. It's not some demon going and jump out of the sky and beat you. The demon is yourself. The demon is the person who doesn't want to learn the correct thing or practice the correct thing. The pundit I want to do a Gayatri job, but bow by my foot, brother. Bow, make sure and bow. When you see the pundit become, the book says the pundit becomes the jackass, toting load. You want to tote load, tote. It has sin for pundit too, This life make the tote see that tote. You can't help people, you can't do nothing for them. It's only when you start to bend, break, twist, turn, all how in your life, then you go say, oh God, look what I do. So Bhagwat make for pundit too. You see, every day I try and I make sure it had a pundit here to learn, listen, and to grow, because we need them to do the correct thing. If we bother them at doing the correct thing, who you going and bow by? Who going and say the mantra for you? You could be Shakti, you could do what you want, you could be Sai, you could do where you want. You had to come back right in Sanatan Dharma to do your funeral and your wedding. When the child born, you could be what? You have to do the correct prayers for that child. You have to name the child. You got to come back to the same Patra, the same Vishnu who says, I am time. You still want to check good or bad time. All in Devi Bhagwat, when she say, I is the boss and I is the one who guide Brahma to make the sun and the moon, she still rests she head by Shiva, and she said, that is the man that guide me. That is why when she go by Shiva in the 100 years Patra in this book, open the page and ask yourself, who, when you say, let me go and check Patra, is Shiva who telling the lady, tell your children fast, so say this prayers, give up this. They have cataract, take pearl barley and do hawan with mustard oil on a Sunday morning, and how you give, so you get. When, yes, you believe in God, that is good. You believe in God, that is good. Don't lose sight of people who could help you when you like to damn, criticize, and condemn. When your mouth doing that, trust me, you are making checks that you cannot cash. You live your whole life, Kali Yuga, you live your whole life hating and damning good people. And when you're dead, your pundit come and read and do satsang for you now. Save him, he dead. We have to do satsang and we have to do jag and pinda and sapinda. But when the person was living, pundit, I can't come. I can't do nothing to help myself. Kali Yuga, be very clear on that definition. Do not wait for Ravan to walk through the door. You is the Ravan. You is the Ravan. If a child come and tell me, Babs, I can't focus, I have ADHD, I have a mental problem, that child have an explanation for the weakness in their life. Where is your excuse? Other than, I could do it tomorrow, I could do it next week. Other than that. You see the 6-year-old child who died because of the cold the other day in the hospital? I sure it had plans for that child tomorrow, next week. And it was the hard part. The mother and the father in that scenario, them has start to pay yet. When the father say, why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that, you see, blame. The lady crying, talk to one of she family. The lady crying, I didn't mean, it's not that I think what I say, what should we do? If it was them little children, I would have said, well, keep them home from school. The fever go pass. Suppose she did say, keep the child home. I trust the hospital. I trust the doctor. I do the right thing. And the child still dead. When you start to blame and blame husband, blaming wife blaming that, and then God, they get blamed too. Unfortunately, that is how it is work. When you get vexed, you listening to all where we talk about. He says, this life is the appearance of happiness. Tomorrow, I'll get married and I'll be happy. You get a wife and partner is misery. When you get a children, I'll be happy. When the children come, it's trouble to keep the children, to mind the children, to feed the children, to get a book for the children. The children getting homework, you getting project. They get big, I'll be happy. When they get big, it's more trouble. When they're married, more trouble for you. When they make children, them ain't good. Them ain't know about raising children. You ever hear a mother say that? You are training your children correct. You had trouble. You always up, down, up, down, up, down. At some point, when you're going to take the life God gave you and do something good with it, do something for yourself, because if you're careful, every day you're going to find something to be negative. Every day something coming for you. So the Hindu Israeli just say, you just have to find the little moments to give thanks. If it's God, this double stays real good, thanks. I get away from traffic, thanks. If you're waiting for the big moments, mightn't come, you mightn't live to see tomorrow. And if you don't build this relationship with God, the day you need Him the most, He can't come in to hit you. You're in the waiting room, waiting to hear what the surgery do. And you get bad news, you might be in trouble. If I didn't know the mantra, could I say the mantra, Nick boy? I really didn't know. Hindu people, we don't trust nothing. We just check date for rough, we just check date for prayers, we just check date for wedding. We are taking a chance. God, you in front, then I go in and do something. We hear how He make, yes, He make Rakshas, He make Devta, and then He put them in charge of things. And the person is do these forms of worship. You have to understand why. To protect you and I, to protect our interests. Tonight in this section, this mother asking to understand more about devotion. Before we do so, let me do Summiran, everybody. Final time for this year. This is our third year doing this yag. 4 more to go. Dear God, the person is chant the Summiran, asking you to help me overcome my weaknesses karmically. Please help me to listen, learn. It says a Bhagwat is where a person goes to listen to prayer. And by listening to the words of God, not opinions, not singing. Singing is good, but you have to hear what Lord Vishnu talk about. That erodes my sin. When somebody says Shravanam, that type of bhakti where I'm listening to pray. Bless me to learn, bless me to change, bless me to better myself. You gotta help me here. Redhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sarana Varana Vandana Sumiro Barambar Madan Karan Ke Lal Ko Ganapati Kripa Nidhan Jnana Kani Ananda Bhavan Dehu Mohi Vardhan Varno Bhasha Bhagavat Jai Shiva Ananda Kand Bhutanat Bhav Bhaya Harna Bhakti Vishaya Nirvan Gauravarana Mangala Karna He Braja Chandra Mukunda Braj Bhushana Dushana Harna Katahu Bhava Bhaya Panda Charana Sharana Le Anakara Jai 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 Jagadisha Sheta Shesha Mahesha Aja Mahima Mita Beva Veda Veda Janata Nahe Redhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sarana Varana Vandana Sumiro Barambar Madan Karan Ke Lal Ko सुमिरो बारंबार मदन कदन के
लाल को
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. In this katha, in this one chapter, Kapil is a young boy. Pandits will come across Kapil's name when they are doing Tarpan. Kapil Tripyantam, when they are facing north and they offering those mantras, Sanak Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. This person, this incarnation of Lord Vishnu, told them in the beginning, do not worship the place I take birth. Do not worship me in a murti form. Do not worship me like the time when you're born Christian Janam. All them pundits go tell you how to wake up till 12 o'clock in the night. There's a whole vrata posted for you to see what Janamashmi is. Not the katha where you're rocking hammock. Janamashmi is worship because of the benefit to the individual. That is why I post and I send it for all of it to read for the people. If done properly, the person is able to benefit righteously. For the person that can have children, for the girl that is having a delay in pregnancy. Meaning, it have mantras. As we talked about when Gajendra had the alligator biting his foot, he says a prayer to call Lord Vishnu. Till today, when people in the hospital and they dying, but like they can't dead, think what I'm telling you. They're suffering. The soul I want to leave. Pandit come say something now. We love mommy, but look how mommy did. Doctor say it no coming back. The Hindu takes the prayer. It's a Gajendra Stotra. And if one verse using the shaligram, the person is say the prayer, whisper it in the ears of the patient, drink the water, and God is doing work. Maybe an hour, maybe a day, but soon the soul gone. In the same way, when people have different problems, now the child can't come. The baby are coming, we get in pain, they send she back. She gone in, come back. Baba, is there anything we could do? That same shaligram, you're using that Christian Janam has in the part, it has in the third verse of the stotra, a particular verse, just like we did the particular verse from the Vishnu Sahasranam. Using the prayer, you give the girl the water to drink. Sometimes they can't stomach much, a little bit. 1, 2, 3, God will do your work, baby coming. And for this girl now, you have to be careful because if the contraction, like if it's a breech birth or, the child is turned properly, the body pushing, but the child is not slipping out. Some people, God bless them, 2 twos childborn. But some people really have, I guess, a difficult pregnancy, karma to face. And when you use the right prayer and you counteract that karma, delivery does not cause life. It does not call for loss of too much blood or needless suffering. And if the right prayer is done, the person could get help. Devahuti says, please give me, after listening in our last chapter about what is Sankhya Yoga, like when you hear it in Gita, when you see Sankhya TV, what that would mean, that is what we went through. Now, describe to me in the doctrine of bhakti or devotion, your true form, your form that you interfere with everybody. Describe to me how you could be gracious in this form and you could be troublesome in this form. How does it work? When a person don't see your form, how does a person know you, Vishnu, is around them? Please describe that to me. He says, my true form is not the murti, not only the murti, but my true form is the forces that exist in this universe. For example, if you've never seen a person that is mentally unstable react, you see this moon we went yesterday, this full moon. If I had to go in the hospital to pray with people, the nurses, not Hindu, the nurses understand. Pandit, do not come in this black kurta. Do not come in a white kurta. If you are bound to come, do not come. They will think he is the angel of God come to take the soul, or the angel of death come to pester them. They will act up, beat up, roll on the ground, different type of behavior. And from the time that magnetism of that full moon moves, the person's brain returns to normal. Go in the hospital on a night when that full moon is running, and you will see all the epileptic people getting seizures, biting the tongue, gashing the teeth, eating up their own gum mercilessly because of this force of magnetism. Watch husband, for all the ladies here. He will get mannish, he will get lusty, he will want to interfere. You see, when that full moon coming in, all in trouble, you know. It makes a difference here. Children who have little hyperactivity, they can't sleep. The person is lose sleep and you just want to know how. Another way to see it, go by the sea. And you can see as the moon looking big, he come closer to the earth. And the water, because the moon in simple language is pulling the water. The same sea just get big, so the height of the wave, the current. Inside your body have a certain amount of fluid, urine, tears, blood, and the moon is interfering with you. You never hear somebody say you're moving like the moon? Moon change, your mood change. I could cough you today, you laugh. I cough you tomorrow, you want to dead or cry or something. Some people is get emotional, some people is get short-tempered. The moon is affecting the person. He says these forces, when you understand how deep Hinduism is, it's just we sometimes, we don't go deep into the thing. Hinduism is a religion that preaches about the strength of God in the form of gravity. Given the person when Satripa and Manu, the first man and woman created by Brahma, he says, go and propagate human life. He says, which planet will our feet stick to? Which planet will you give us dominion over? And Varaha takes form to go and bring to fish this planet out. It was not solid before. It was not dry. And he says, take this planet. It has the forces to hold you on its surface. For that reason, if we went on the moon, we'd have float away, for example. One of the features of this earth is that it has gravity. And the person, when you are offering, think what I'm saying, the dar are offering, don't float away. It is go on the lingam, in the earth, in the hole that you're offering, Mother Earth. He says, this is why of the planets, when we talked about how Mangal or Mars is the son of Lord Shiva, this is why he put us on this planet and not another planet. Look at the resources, look at the forces, look at the temperature compared to the surface of the sun. When they were talking about nuclear energy and a nuclear bomb going off when Lord Shiva come out from Brahma, and he was bawling, he vexed. He said, you become Rudra, the one crying and making this whole place noisy. Take the position of the destruction of the energy. So he didn't understand what he meant. He says, well, when I created the universe, all the elements, Nicholas, and you remember your particles, your atoms zoom in with high energy. I make it, but I can't control it. So Vishnu comes the sustainer by gluing these things with covalent and iron bonds together. So now we started to get structure and life. Shiva becomes the one to destroy it by breaking the bond, to recycle the atom. So from solid, liquid and gas, you get back the raw material to recreate. When they talk about Pralay and Maha Pralay, you cannot destroy energy. It has to be reformed. That is what Shiva is. That is how deep your Hinduism is. It's just sometimes we don't know. We talk about why Lord Shiva had the cobra snake around his neck, the history. We went simple kata, and then we went in nuclear form. Why Oppenheimer say when they make the first bomb, the first nuclear bomb. What's your comment? So, the reporter is come up to you, say something. He says, I have become the Hindu god of destruction because they make nuclear weapon. And the reason he said that, Lord Shiva is in the business of splitting open the atom. The photons and the things that we're learning now because we have little technology, Hinduism had it in our Bhagwat. Since then, we just put one person, one form to say from now on, you recycle the atoms in the solar system. We just talk about Vishnu lying down on the Milky Ocean to only grow up to here. It have a galaxy called the Milky Way because of how it looks. How you know that? How do you know on the surface of the sun it have nuclear explosion if you're never watching a telescope. You never went. How it did we book? The eyes, when somebody say the eyes of Lord Vishnu is on the peacock feather. All these Christian people, all the what's happening in front of them. And Yashoda put a peacock feather on the head of Krishna on the crown. It says when Ravan, long search at Valmiki Ramayana, when the eye, the black dot was twinkling on the peacock, they put it in the feather. And how it ended up there, Mother Yashoda says wherever the peacock feather is bad, cannot stay. So like a mother, she have a troublesome son who is get himself in trouble and people want to kill him, rob him, beat him, do all kind of things. So she put it here, wherever you walk like bad, just walk away. That is why she put that there. We just jar with this tomorrow when the jag closing to clean the person aura to help them. That's the correlation. In Bhagwat, it says that when the Vishnu was lying on the bed and Brahma didn't know, you're telling me make a tree, for example. I don't know what a tree look like. I never see a tree. So he went to Vishnu in this discourse and he said what to do. And Vishnu Baba says when people are prideish, when he made his upper lip, every portion of his body as Brahma is seen it forming on the snake. He says this ability to be mannish, stubborn, rude comes from the bottom lip here because I create good and bad. In Hinduism, there is no devil. God make everything. You choose what you like to do and who you are. The choice is the person. Lazy, active. Sattvic, tamasic, left to you. When he was making his eyes, he says the twinkle that Radha sees in Krishna's eye started that day. That the nuclear explosions on the surface of the sun are the glitter in his eyeball. How you know that if you didn't make it with your hand? How you know that? How Ved Vyas know that to write it here? We now learning to watch the sun. We cannot go close to the sun. Hinduism has some secrets in it if we just get to the secret, if you understand what I mean. He says, Ma, the true form of Lord Vishnu is time. Time is the force that remains around each person, regardless of caste, gender, race, religion, location. Time affects each person differently. Some people, based on karma, their face shows age. Some people, not. You are in charge of your body, simple example, but you cannot control when the hair going gray. You could do what you want, you cannot hold it back. When Lord Shiva allows his jata to grow, he says, I have no vanity, so I don't comb it. So you end up with matted locks and the beginning of the Rasta movement. It comes from Shiva. When you see in the Naga sadhus, them when they're going for Kumbh Mela and you see all this beard, the person says, let God do his work. Me bothering with that. I resign that. I done for every man here that when I was young, when I get beard, I remember must have too strong here on my face, I'm anxious. Big thing I want to shave. When you start to shave, you're fed up, you know. And the Hindu now saying, good. That is just leave it to grow. So in this pit here, think what I'm telling you. How come Lord Shiva don't have a beard? And you see it in one or two pit here, you see it when the burial form. The truth is Shiva is describing a long, long beard. Because it fit the character of the person that don't want to comb the hair, don't cut the hair. Do you think he had Gillette shaving so clean? The artist in that picture is creating something that is not the truth. His body is not blue. The neck blue with the poison as we talk about. So sometimes when you know your God, things like picture, things like the online, the AI, the Google, all of that come together to confuse the person. Even when we was talking about Radha and Krishna, this picture we're watching in front here, Radha did not get married to Krishna. That discourse explains why with his blow sank, why Lord Vishnu always had his sank in his hand. Radha has to live one side from Krishna. He is allowed to marry, but he married Rukmani, Satyabhama, Jamwan from Ramayan's daughter, etc. But not Radha. Radha only gets to be with him when she goes back to Golok. It seems like plenty, what I'm saying, because remember we're talking today, make 21 session. But if you really watch what Kak Bushun tell Garud and Ramayan, Kali Yuga, people will be facing in a battle in this life, a fight. And enemies and sickness, challenges, different type of thing will come at them every day. And the poor person will take the devotion and put it on like an armor, protecting them. But they're running into battle. Nick, if you're running into battle, they're going to make sense. Take up a sword or a weapon or something. He said the weapon that you're supposed to have is the knowledge. But in Kali Yuga, the person has no knowledge. Nicholas asks anybody in your temple, as you're doing a nice prayers, red powder, yellow powder, where you putting it for? We're fasting 21 days. We're putting the red flag taller than the rest of the flag. I don't know. The pundit tell me to do it, so I do it. That is Kali Yuga. Because now, if somebody tell you to do utter garbage, utter stupidness, you will do it. If somebody tell you, for example, in my arrow it happened, you have palm leaf, offer yam leaf. Who gonna know? Hear the explanation, eh? Listen to me good. Who gonna know? Who gonna vex? If I boil palm leaf, the potency of the leaf is fever disappears. It's a herb listed in our Ved. If you watch the leaf on the vine, it is like Lakshmi's hand, like this. Because of the potency, the medical side of that leaf, dubras, neem leaf, etc., the person who offers it in the prayer, uses it in the prayer. Yam leaf, just now we go put paper leaf under. You understand what I'm telling you? He says, Ma, if the person starts to worship, rousing something inside of them, the person could become knowledgeable and see in the season, the rising of the sun, the moon, different trends that will guide them how to approach situation. A good example, depending on the season, depending on the time, the moon phase, a farmer might tell you, plant corn now, plant peas now, don't do this now, because of the waterlogged soil. The moon is interfering with the water content of the soil. If when you ever hear somebody say they're going and check the land, you're going and buy the land, you're going and check the land, one way of checking land is take a scoop of the mud and put it in water to see if it will float, or if it is so full of water, it will descend to the bottom. One good, one bad. The water content and how it reacts to the moon tells the builder or the purchaser, if you buy this land, you will have foundation problem. It might entail a little landslip. Don't buy this. So when the person check it properly, and who talking? Lord Shiva telling the goddess, watch out, trouble. So the person uses time to assist them in predicting trouble, good time, bad time, etc. Maitreya, who is given this initial question to Vidur, the stepbrother of Dhritarashtra, Pandu. This excellent speech that he gives to his mother is as if he was melting. If you had to explain anything for your mother, man, this is how you just put on a TikTok. This is how you just use WhatsApp. Try and learn now. Come on. You want to learn how to use the thing? You're stupid. Come on. Come on. And then, all right, I will show you again. If you understand what I mean. You say it once. Why are you so full? Try it again. Come on. Let me do a voice note now. The way you have to dumb it down. That is what happening here. Between a young son and a mother. Devotion is diverse. Just as God made different versions and variety of people. People say don't have a soul. Scientifically, the genetic content is the same. If me and you went in the back, take out a basin, throw flour, baking powder, and water in a bowl and mix it, you expect the same outcome. Agreed? If you cook the flour in the same type of oven, you expect the same outcome. The same mother with the same father making a child, you're going to end up with one normal, one high-tempered, one lazy, One don't want to study, one have ambition. Look at the traits. That is the missing link from genes. Genes explain the phenotype of the eye. It explains the hair length or the possibility of becoming bald. Not regenerating your cells in your leg or your femur bone. Fine. Which one is govern laziness? So the traits that the Hindu talk about is the part where the soul is coming with the baggage, the burden of karma. That is the only thing that explains if your mother and father make the same children. How could Dhritarashtra be blind and Pandu have, how it is called, the thing, jaundice? But he wasn't blind. And all the children supposed to be bad. Vidur is the excellent, he is the politician, he is the spiritualist, he is the good one. How you just get variety? That is like if I saying we mix the same thing in the basin, put it in the same oven, one come out like white bread, the next one come out like roti. The texture wise, the feel, how? No difference? Then the content have to have something missing. And the Hindu says when you see it present differently, different people have different experience because of the soul, and the only thing that the soul comes and goes with is good and bad deeds. Garud Puran Prit Manjari. It says this devotion is varying because the varying of the person. Some people like to quarrel. Maybe my mother used to do it. Get up and light the diya. See her lighting the diya. Do it. Do as I did. In other words. But as you grow, as we heard from Sukdev and Ved Vyasi father, Ved Vyas write Bhagwat, Sukdev give the Katha, right? He said, boy, I am married. He said, you want to marry? You're mad. God give me 50 years. I want to take the 50 years and focus on God. I don't want to focus on wife and children. I will not find liberation. So is that discourse that explains why Sita, goddess Sita, father Janak, is in Bhagavad Gita. Great people like Janak, when they do things, we emulate. So the whole Leela play out so good that Janak says you could have a normal married life and still get mukti if you live right in that way. So depending on the person, depending is what it's saying here, is not only people who are pundit, not only people who are celibate, not only people who take vows of silence, or people who are vegetarian could find God. He says there are three ways that this devotion is separated. Tonight he want to deal with one type, in the morning I'll just mention the other two. Ayantika Bhakti is where that single pointed devotion to Krishna, they do not seek shelter under other devatas. They don't worship the Ganesh like me and you. They don't worship Durga. They don't worship the other forces. Everything comes from Krishna. I am praying to the source. For example, when you hear people say Hare Krishna, that movement is an example of Ayantika Bhakti. You are the source of everything. So I pray to you. However, when it falls now, and this is where a lot of people get tired, I better than you. When I start to condemn what you just do, Ganesh prayers, them is demigod. You ever hear somebody say that? That is stupidness. You're wasting time. He says, when the person under the influence of spite or false pride or ill will, perceiving differences impregnated with a principle of dullness, although they are worshiping me, perceiving differences, address me or in any other form, some form of hypocrisy. My prayers better, I know God, you ain't know God, your prayers is craziness. However, they will not see me in people, but they will look for me only in the idol or the murti. I am quoting Slok 10 of chapter 29, book 3. Having some other person than me, hankering after riches, fame, strength, or position, the person that does the kind of reverence where they only see me in the form of the yagya, the benefit of the yagya, the prasad, the blessing, They only go in like a barter system. I give you, you give me. When I give you, then I, the God, is good. The person uses the murti, the vidhi, the puja, the prayer, the chalisa for their benefit in this way alone. The only use of prayer is to get. In this way, the person develops a strong selfishness because whatever they get, they work for it. I toil for that. How could I give it away? You will see in prayers, all in this business, Nick, the same people who had to share the parasat is hide it in the cupboard. I remember one time I was reading a jad, and me, what get in this woman's head. The people potting, in Trinidad we love macaroni. This woman hiding 2 and 3, not piece, a whole macaroni pie. That for my son, that my son-in-law one. This, what? But you in charge of sharing the food. God don't see them thing, apparently. Leaving aside my form or my residence, the person now only has eyes for me. This is how the person is getting wrong in devotion. I understand what I'm telling you. The person only has eyes for me. They love me when they could get, when they could do, and they know that they will benefit. Good. But in this species of people, this Ayantika type of bhakti, this person could be very good if they worship me, if they practice the religion, following the rites prescribed, they're guided. This is not the type of person who they say, I could eat hog and dog yesterday and do prayers today because I said, God come for in my heart, not in my stomach. Gita say, Sattvic prayer is prayer that is guided by the scripture, not your opinion. The person who follow the scripture with a clear mind, free from envy, selfishness, these things, when they touch my image, when they bow to my image, when they worship it, when they chant the prayer, this type of pure prayer leads to blessings. But in order to get the benefit, they must make time to be friendly with their equals, compassion for the poor. This is because they're going to say, we pundit saying, this is verse, this is slok 20 from the same chapter. By honoring elders, repressing the sexual organ and the sexual intercourse, keeping your sexual energy in check at the time of sacrifice, yagya, or the celebration of the name of God, doing whatever act with sincerity, this form of prayers leads to liberation very quickly. The person who listens, or the person who enjoys listening to the description of the attributes of my form, that person very quickly comes to me. But if the person disregards my form in people, but they're looking for me in murti, you are missing the point. And you're not going to get what you want. Disregarding me in the heart, in the body of this creation, after listening to all where we talk all week, what a waste of worship and material to then come hurt, harm, damn, lie, skull people, and then come to worship me in a murti. Who are you fooling? Renouncing me, who is the soul of everybody, the Lord that is present in all creatures, not some, not some. He who addresses me in devotion only for some, it is as if all the good parasad flowers is better to offer ashes that have no scent or sweetness attached. I made the point, somebody saw me wash the pundit foot and I bow. If you get it in your head that a pundit can't bow to somebody's foot, something wrong with you. I'm not saying something wrong with the pundit. But if you understand why it is bowed to the foot, this person saying Gayatri, and now when I touch the foot or bow to the person, I get in energy, I gain blessing. Maybe I agree, maybe there are people who don't know why it is bowed by your guru, your mother, your father foot. Fine, I take that. But it have a few people that think, well, he's a Gosine. He shouldn't be bowing by this one and that. Partner, it has some people who could fast better than me. Some people who could do better charity than me. Some people could feed everybody who passed through the kitchen than me. And if you see the good in the person, please hear where I learned when I was revising my book. The person given to hating or, envying, reviling, insulting people, but worship my image with various articles as blessed and as pure as these articles are. These people will never satisfy me. That person that don't see me in the eyes of innocence, in the body of fellow creatures, lower creatures, let me say the dog, the chicken, the cow, etc. And you don't have compassion. Imagine it have people. It have all kind of people, but you ever see or you ever hear on the news how people throw gas on chicken for kicks? Light up the dog, light up the chicken, and see it run and laugh to the height, enjoy it. Take fireworks and aim at the dog and shoot it, but then go and do burial puja and wonder when bad things happen to me, why God allowed that. He says people who do these type of things that disrespect me in one form but try, maybe based on their understanding, agreed to love me and want to do the best prayers, but fooling yourself, in other words. He says, I reserve a form for them. I bring death, Slope 24. I bring death, I bring destruction, and I bring fear to people like that. If you find yourself too much of fear of what you consider, why God giving you that fear? We live in a race, Hindu, Indian people in Trinidad. Crime is real. Crime is real. But the part of the Psalms, you're checking, why are you being targeted? Why is God not protecting me? Could I be doing something wrong? We spoke in, for example, in our last session, what is Balidan? If Balidan becomes the act of killing the Bakri, the goat, the hog, the chicken, for some people, I don't want to do that, Nicholas. Where you're breaking the coconut for. When you go and you see for the Shakti people, green or dry or whatever it is you're doing, when you're digging out the coconut like this, what are you doing? You are killing the coconut. If a coconut is alive, look at your Satyanarayana Patel, see they worship the life inside of the seed. In school, you're going to say the potential energy. I'm worshiping you here because if I put you on the ground, you could grow into a tree. You're alive. But Balidan is given the act, not the seed. If I want to give Durga a coconut, I'll put it in the fire wholesale. If the person getting married, you'll give them the whole coconut, they will plant it, and they will say, this is my wedding coconut, if you never see that. So long as this thing growing, so long we're going to have plenty anniversaries, etc. But when you go and you see somebody cracking the coconut, that coconut cannot grow. That is done. And what you are offering at the foot of the devata is the life inside the coconut. So the person says, in our family, this is after they do prayers like changeover and all them things. We were accustomed offering goat, for example, the life from the animal. Krsna and take that. When karma play, you'll give me back money, children, etc. The only that is real. He did say, offer me a drop of water, milk, flowers, leaf, anything with love, and I'll take it. How much reaction or result you get, that is not accounted for. So when that type of prayer is done, let me just say you get 5 marble, Sattvic prayer, no consequence, I'll get 10 marble. That is what we believe in also. If the person offering the life or the killing, Balidan is the act of murder. When you finish off it, the coconut in pieces, you could never plant it. So the Hindu, if they understand Sattvic prayer in this example, they worship the coconut. They will drop the coconut on the land, bury it. They will offer it in the water. When people have Rahu Gra and they're very suicidal, one of the things that shanty them, they put the coconut on the chest bone, do the job, and when they finish, you will see the person launch it in the river like that. Go back to the element, but do not kill. Take the energy, how I give it is so I get. Why are you killing? It is just a point, an example, but it make you think. Long ago, when we said never break coconut, we wasn't doing correct present. Now you see something on TV, consider what I'm saying. I see them people do that up the road, so now I want to crack coconut. Me and no head to toe, we are doing it for, but are doing it. That is where you just get yourself in trouble. When you start to offer life and you can't stop, that is not a Keshava problem, that is a your problem. You offer it. I didn't tell you to do that. If you're not sure about something that you are doing, I want to know if you know where the 5 dot on the bamboo joint is. You don't know. What wrong if you say, Pundit, where is them 5 dot for? Imagine he could tell you that the 5 elements you see when they rest down the body in the funeral, for example. Ganesh, Durga, Shiva, Vishnu, last one, Surya. Please bring life into this joint, into this bamboo. Bring life. So if it become pipe, if it become PVC, is it wrong? No. It is inanimate by description. That flag is a West Indian creation. You will not see flags in India. You will see one maybe on top of a temple if you're lucky. So the idea of God stand up and make this pole alive and powerful is a Trinidad tradition. You won't even see it in Guyana. Not the way we just do it. When he was telling she this, she listening, she shocked. Knowing me to be the resident in all beings, in all forms, located in them, power in them, how could a person not serve all people? How does a person look at some people based on financial, the money in their pocket, the color in the skin, the caste, the gender, sexuality, straight people better than gay people, kind of thing? They will be feared. This is the world we're living in. Indian children could get gift bags from it. Non-Indian children, no get them. You can't do that. There's no blessing in it. Let me just clarify. I teach it. The person who has equal vision rewards everybody equally. Call it respect. If you can't afford to give gifts, let's just say you're giving popoy. Partner, give everybody popoy. Help everybody. You see, when we do blood drive this Bhagwat. SWRH partner with the Ashram, and while I'm reading, the bus come in front and 20 and 22 people come and we get that amount of blood. Everybody eat. First time we had to invite people in Spanish. And the people come with their good self and give blood for any and everybody to help them in the hospital. Is an example. Hindu people is come prayers, but they don't help other people. Hindu people, the video was sent you. The people going to throw, look, we'll clean up the baby tonight. And somebody here might do it, I don't know. All it is go by the river to return all the leaf for it to decompose and go back to the element. And then throw the plastic because God says it's a garbage bag too. When time to clean and maintain the sea, when all you throw all the whole Ganesh, all you pick him up in a fresh pond, we're muddy. But going to for what? I don't know. I don't know who tell you to go buy sea water, boy. Which part you read that? All it is be with pundit. All ever hear somebody say God to throw the murti in the sea. But you realize everybody doing it. The logic in it is you take up mud in a river in fresh water and you're bringing back the lady's son where you get it. Mati Kurna mean to tote mud. Which part in the sea have mud? You wouldn't go by the sea and take up salt water to put it in your kalsa. Where you going to bathe the lady's son in the salt for? But when you do the prayers halfway and you get where you get, you're vexed. Being endowed with life is superior to everything else. Being endowed with life and having sense is superior to just being alive. Being endowed with the faculty of knowledge is better than common sense, because now the person has the ability to help at a level or in a way that is different. When I have given to the person a working heart, a working liver, a working kidney, check how much good you have. All of it is given by God. You could do what you want. You cannot make your own liver or the knowledge or the common sense that you have. Some people are born with gifts that give them power, that give them speech, eloquence, that give them the ability to make a brave decision, to grasp in a business scenario, in an investment scenario. I give them that. However, sinful people still think they did it. I did it. I built it. I achieve it. I get a degree. I get a job. I made the building, whatever it is. I made the family. This family is successful because of my endeavors. When a person, however, when a person realizes how much I am inside the life, slowly they just walk away from I and mine. I really have nothing. Verse 33, this person, one of the traits that they have, slowly hold on to me and release the things that they once held on to. The spouse, the life, the enjoyment. Diet and discipline become very easy. For this reason, dear mother, if a person practices this type of discipline, the person is able to access me very easy, and time is very nice to them. A person who lives in a very dokedam way has time, but not good time. They spend the time suffering. But if a person utilizes their time properly, the time becomes gentle, good time, happy time, peaceful time. Not everybody goes to court. Not everybody lives in a place with drought. Not everybody goes through war or hardship. You could just be happy. If you want to be happy, learn to see God, learn to respect God in all his forms. The day somebody walking on the road, and I understand crime, so use, with a certain amount of, discretion or salt. But if the person say, you could help me with some water, a better example, a pundit tried to do a book drive in Princeton, and it was total chaos. It was all over the news. Fine, things happened. Problem was people started to fall because of the pavement in Princeton. Put yourself in the position how many people here, you're talking about other people, here would run to help another person. That is not the popular decision. The Hindu today in Kurtan Sari, and you would see somebody fall, and unless it concerns you, look, she fall. But you would not run to help. There are many examples of this and things we have to change. When people are sick and dying, do you go and pray for people, or you just make sure and appear in the funeral? When they're done dead and they're done gone, and you have nothing to give, nothing to do, no way to help the person. It have some people have an attitude they cannot see anything good. I made the point, you're going to the hospital, the lady doing the chemo, she here different, she going through, she struggles with her skin, and you would walk in there brazen, look how you looking, for example. Well, now you're dead. This is it, you're dead. Look how your nose bend. Look how you come, Look how you come. The last piece of hope, Cindy, that is it there, God send you to take it. You come like Yamraj yourself. So whether you realize it or not, God really work around you. And all this Bhagavad try to teach you. Learn to understand where God is and who you is in God's plan. When people use fancy words like God realization, self-realization, and you start to understand maybe one Bhagavad is not enough. The knowledge in this, I agree. You have to say it 10 times before you get it. And I agree with all of that. But we're on the road. Part of it is you have to practice the little you remember. And if it is when you're sharing food or you're helping and you want to get in good things, God bless you, do good. With the time is the limited thing. You could get more money, you could do surgery and bring back wrinkly skin, you could pull back when people bald head, you could do surgery now, pull back the hair. Tell me if it have a medical thing to give you more time. We are make that one yet. Principal Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Let me chant some prayer as we shanti carry that beady over there. For those of you here in the temple tonight, we'll do Shama Pratna. Put all your hands together. And for those of you, if this is your first episode with me, or those of you looking on at home, or you was watching and now you're here tonight, whichever, say your prayers. Dear God, I'm guilty of bias, I'm guilty of making mistakes, and tonight me telling nobody my business, but I really does make so and so error. This mouth, these hands, if they could talk, the kind of things I do, I just want to say sorry, God. Simple language. For all my shrotas, with all the Gayatri you have been doing. Dear God, if I made any mistake, if I'm suffering, if I have trouble, thank you for affording me the chance, for all the ladies that got belly-wise the opportunity to take part in your prayer. For those people that get to do Bhagwat for another year, thank you. Without your permission, I would not be able to do anything. Please accept my prayer. Avahanam na janami visarjanam pujanam chaiva na janami shamayantam parameshwari. Om aparad sahasrani kriyanti aharnisham maya daso ayamyati mayam tattva shama pratna parameshwari. Om apar dhata shatam kritva jagadambika chorati yam gatim samavyapnoti natvam brahmadai suraha samprado asmi sharanam praptyam tattva jagadambike indrani manukampyo aham ye chati tattva kuru. Mother, here is one. I close your head. Just listen. I am a sinner, yet Ma of this world, mother of this world. I came to you for refuge. Therefore, I am appealing to your compassion. Ma, act in my life. Help me to be better for the people that have addiction, for the people that are making the mistake time and time again. Give me the strength to overcome that bad habit or bad friendship. Ajnadi dvai samret brantya yasyantam yu andikam kritam tat sarvam shamayantam devi prasida parameshwara. All the acts, all the shortcuts, all the things that I did, Drishti, I do in prayer. Sit down. All the mistakes that I did out of ignorance, if while doing prayers, if while blessing the food, if while making the prasad, I drop a sweat. If I came to your prayers and I did not think it was necessary to pick up flowers or a leaf, I came with my hands empty. Dear God, please do not punish me if because loss of memory or confusion on what my role was or what I had to do or what I could do, I am asking you to forgive me. If I stooped, if I complained when I had to do something, if my mind was corrupted, if I was distracted in any way from my prayer, Kameshwari Jaganamata Sachidananda Dvai Graha Grane Cha Mimadhyam Prathya Prasida Parameshwara. Dear Supreme Goddess, bestow of blessings and desires, O Mother of this universe. Bless me, be gracious on me, and accept all the worship. Think about the people who did Shravan Vrat, Somvar Vrat, Niljal Vrat, Mount Vrat, where they staying quiet. If I break my fast at any point or any time, please forgive me. Guyang Tanam Guya Goptre, Twam Grihan Namaskaram Kritam Japam Siddhya Bhavantu Me Devi Tatvam Prasada Sureshwari. You are the preserver, you are the keeper of all these divine secrets in our text, in our dharma. And I thank you for affording me the opportunity of this birth, Mother, the time, the health, especially in the form of the female, the stability hormonally, that I could take part in my prayer in whichever way, as little as possible. Thank you for allowing me to do it. Bless me and continue to help me work towards betterment and perfection. With your blessing, the impossible could become possible. I could do it, oh Mother. Please allow me to have your grace and your blessing. Om Samsim Sum Saptashati Divyam Mantra Siddham Kurushtwame Idam tu Kunjika Pat Stotra Mantra Jagrati Hitave Abhyat Naiva Dattavyam Gopikam Rakshakam Parvati Maranam Mohanam Cha Hinana Sapta Shatipat Na Tasya Jayate Siddhyararanya Rodhanam Pujitam Parameshwaram. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Bow where you are, touch the earth, touch the ground, just right in front of you. Try. Bow to the earth, ask for forgiveness. Ma, I commit the negative energy on my body. Why you barefoot? I commit the negative energy on my body to the earth. Please accept it. Forgive me. Forgive me, Ma, for whatever I do. Continue to pray now as we ask God for choices blessing. This is the Hiranya Garbha Suktam. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patare Kasit Saradhara Pritavim Dhyamutemam Kashyameva Havisha Bhedamaha Ya Atma Bhalada Yasya Vishwa Upasait Prashishyam Yashwadeva Yaschaya Amrita Kashmadeva Havisha Vedamaha Ya Pranato Nimisato Mahitvaikat Indaraja Jagata Brabhavana Ya Isa Asya Dvaipadasya Chatuspadasya Kashmadeva Havisha Vedamaha Yashema Himavanto Mahitva Yasya Samudra Rasaya Yahu Yashema Prasadito Yash Bahu Kasmadeva Vishavedamaha Yena Dhau Ugra Pratavi Cha Dharidra Yena Sabitam Yena Nakha Yo Antariksha Rajasya Vaimanaha Kashmadeva Vishavedamaha Yam Krandasi Abhasyatasya Bane Abhye Chetam Manasa Rajamani Yatra Udito Surya Udito Vaibhati Kashmadeva Vishavedamaha Apo Yad Briyate Vishwam Mayam Garbadam Dadanya Jnanatira Agni Tato Devanam Sambartaka Suryaka Kasmadeva Vishavedamaha Yaschida Apo Mahimna Prayar Prasad Dakshanam Dadanya Jnana Amrita Yajmanasya Yo Devasya Swadhidek Dek Asit Kashma Deva Vishavedamaha Om Mano Himat Janitaya Partiva Yova Divyam Satyadaram Gaganya Yas Chapas Chandra Brihate Gaganya Kashmadeva Vishavedamaha Prajapati na Tvaya Tanyanyo Vishwajatani Parita Brabhuvana Yas Kamashto Jahu Manasto Asto Vayam Gum Patu Swayam Rahinam. Dear Prajapati, dear Brahma, you alone know how you created and who you created. You alone the inner workings of my body. Grant me the heart, the mentality, the ability to learn, to improve, to do better, to do worship, to see you and to see your work, to see the truth and to act accordingly. Vindravan Bihari Lala ki Jai. Om Bhur Bhuvaswa Tat Savitur Bharenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat swaha. Om bhurabhuva swa tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat swaha. Om bhurabhuva swa tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat swaha. Everybody, those of you that are fasting, people who did the Somvar Brat, Mount Vrat, Niljal Brat, for people who were in the temple here cooking, etc., please touch hand as they're going to make this final offering. Dear God, thank you for the opportunity. Children, move. All on the go, so. Come on, Aaron. Dear Lord, as we get set to conclude our yag, in whichever way we got to do your worship, whichever way we prepared for your worship, we did do, pick leaf, pick flowers, whatever have you. Prabhu, we have heard and we are seeing in our life, in our community, in the school system, in the virus side of life, how troublesome and chaotic life could be on a day-to-day basis. We are getting ready to conclude our yag. Tomorrow night, we will not be in the temple. Soon, fasting, some of the regulations that we are following right now, it may not be there. Some people have to travel, etc. Our prayer remains that may you go with us nonetheless. When I am saying it, I Keshava saying this. When I am not vegetarian, when I am not only drinking non-alcoholic, should I step out a line, step out a bong, and I put something else in my mouth, dear God, I still need you, dear. But I am drinking juice or milk or water, I need you, dear. Dear God, in my view, if I am limiting you, and I think I can only pray when I'm eating vegetarian, or I'm only praying when I'm drinking something that is non-alcoholic, dear God, help me to learn to really see you in everything, is what we just said. Dear God, whenever I am boarding a plane, a train, a taxi, for those of you that are going on holiday, for those people that are separating from the ashram to go by the beach, to have a little break before the school start, trouble could come. Prabhu, if we're going home tonight, trouble could come. Last night, it had some reckless driving on that road. God bless we in whichever location we in. Protect we life, protect we family, for the people that are visiting tonight. God, thank you that in the night when the Bhagwat, the Khalsa is going to be lifted, when this prayer, this portion of the prayer is coming to an end, you saw it fit for me to reach here tonight. Thank you for that. Om Puranamida Puranamidam Puranata Puranamudakshate Puranasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Puranati Gum Shantihi Swaha. Everybody bow now. Take the heat who close, who at a distance like me. Take the heat and pass it over your body. But go down your body and touch the earth, not just your head. Go down your frame. Dear Lord, anoint my entire body with your energy, with your tage. Let the negative energy go to the earth. By now they will pass water. Who want to touch hand, touch hand. Sarva papam harang divyam gangeyam nirmalam jalam atmannam maya dattam grahina parmeshwaram vanaspatir saubhuto gandhadyo gandha uttamam agre sarva devanam dupoyam pratigrihatam akashatam patitam toyam yadha grakshatim tu sagaram sarvo devam namaskaram Keshava patigrakshatim. Now, Pandit, sprinkle some water, put till in that luta, No bell and sanket. Sprinkle water. Only make space for him. Baba, Pandit, Sonny. Help him now. You do half, he do half. While you're doing it, while I say in this prayer, always say Gayatri and sprinkle on everybody. Each person bow your head so that you're aiming for it to hit your hair. Bowers, don't let we pull a shortcut. Please aim properly and try and hit each person with at least a drop of water. These poor people need help. Bless them to get the help. This prayer, if you don't know what it means, this Shiva Ashtakam that is very popular, is saying that Shiva, Ram, Krishna, Devi, make me victorious. When there's a test, when there's a battle, when there's a sickness, when there's an accident, when there's trouble, I depend on you. I need your help when there's a predicament. I don't know what to do to solve my problem. God, make me victorious. My advice, rather than think about nonsense, close your eyes and just slow your breathing a little bit. Nothing wrong if we feel peaceful in prayer. Calm down. Mr. Charles, calm down. Shiva Hare. You don't sing, you pray. Leave at this time, just this time. Hold for me. Just talk to God. Shiva Hare, Shiva Rama Sake Prabhu, Trivida Tap Anivarana He Vibhu, Ajajanishwar Yadav Pahimam, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Kamalalochana Ramadaya Nidhi, Hara Guru Gajarakshaka Gopati, Shivatano Bhavashankar Pahimam, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Suvanaranjana Mangala Mandiram, Bhajati Te Purusha Paramam Param, Bhavati Tasya Sukham Paramam Bhutam, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Jaya Yudhishthira Valdabha Bhupati. Pandit, when you finish with people, sprinkle that murti outside on the doorway and the bedi and so on. Calm down, please. Jaya Yudhishthira Valdabha Bhupati, Jaya Jayar Arjita Punya Payo Nidhe, Jaya Kripa Maya Krishna Namostute, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Bhava Vimochana Madhava Mapati, Sukha Vimansa Hansava Shivaratri, Janak Jara Raghava Rakshamam, Shiva Hare. Do me the favor, Babs. Where you are sleeping, when you walk straight out and sprinkle. We just do too much a shortcut in prayers. Dear God, we close in prayers. Bless this place, bless this house. That when we're not doing the prayers, don't let her corruption. I do not need more argument. If you understand me thinking. It is not a race. It is not some must get wet and some do get wet. I do my prayers to get blessing. Do not rob yourself. Do not rob me. Amarta Paradev Ramapati Vijayatastava Nama Ganopati Maya Katha Karunadava Jayate, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Hanumatam Priyatapakarana Prabhu, Surasara Drita Shekara He Guru, Mana Vibhav Kim Vismarna Kritam, Shiva Hari Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Narahari Ratiranjana Sundaram Patatite Shivaram Vatastavam Shiva Shataram Ram Charana Ambujam Shiva Hari Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Pratarutha Tatvayo Bhakta Patideka Grimanashi Vijaya Vijaya Jayati Tasya Vishnu Mara Dhyananupātanam Om Naimam Chidanti Sahasrani Naimam Dati Pavaka Nachina Chindanti Apuna Susyati Mritaha Om Gita Ganga Chagayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahma Vidya Brahma Valdi Trisandhya Mukta Gehini Arthamata Chiranandha Bhau Agni Bhayanashani Veeratraya Parananta Tatvarata Gyan Manjari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. If we do like when I go Maha's Road to do Jagat, we'll do Arti and close now. Everybody will go outside and eat. Some go leave it late. And the rest will be here to witness when they're walking around the BD with the book. Before you eat, my advice is always lift your book. I live here. So the only thing you're doing is just lift and walk around 3 times. Bring it right here for now. Because it really is leaving the premises. If when I did by a different person, please, it is going the car, heading to leave. The jag done. But for the benefit of everybody, just by watching praise, this is Bhagwat. See how calm you're feeling? Like you do something with your life? This is how it's supposed to feel. So here where we're going to do, everybody they all over. We're going to do a little arti. Stand up where you is and just arti what in front of you. Shoot us. From there, come by me, get the book. And then we're going back by the baby to walk around 3 times. Everybody touch hand and let me do a short arti to come up here. Remember, Bhagwat is short. You're coming up here, collect the book, and walk the body of the Bhagwat around. For the person who don't know why it is do this, of all the Puranas we have, this is called Maha Bhagwat Puran. Bhagwat is the body of Bhagwan. Vishnu Baba live in the text, whether it is a soft copy, that regardless, the version, that don't matter. He live in the book, hence it is called Bhagwat. Bhagwan is that person that is full of the thing called Bhaga. Bhaga is the geisha's form of Lakshmi. When a person tote the body on his head or her head, think about what you are getting in terms of the removal of bad karma, sin, etc. My advice, if it were me doing the prayer, when they finish, go around the 3 times. I done there in the temple. And God say he love everybody. Shortcut, leave them to do their prayers. And that way it is in it. Me just tonight, if you want, you hire trouble. And we're going to conclude Bhagavad. You are sure if you're going to live to see the next one? Let it pass. The book is 3 volumes. pass it. And everybody just rest it on your head for a second. And if it's just a Gayatri, every time you say Gayatri, God burn away my sin. That is the only reason you just say that. Take away my trouble. Take away my bad habit. Help me in my case. God, I got lazy and I have to go and exercise and drop some weight. Help me to do it. Help me to face the doctor. Help me to face the treatment. Don't let me run from the doctor. Don't let me run from the school. Don't let me run from my marriage. Don't let me hate my children. God, bring peace in my marriage. God, bring common sense in my stupid children head. Help me. What your trouble is, that your trouble. You alone know it. You alone know what's going on in your kitchen cupboard or your pocket. Don't forget anything. This is why you come to prayers. And if we get personal, if God hear from you, what you're doing, other people praying, then you wasting time. We're trying not to waste time. We talk about time. Short arti, everybody. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam mayam deepam grihana devesham trailokya timirapaham. Jai Jai Bhagwat Bhagwan ki. You could sing this one with me. Help me. Papiyo ko Jai Jai Bhagwat Bhagwan ki hai. पापियों को पाप से है ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेद, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगा। हरि ज्ञान यही, हरि ज्ञान यही, वरदान यही, जग की मंगल की आरती। जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती। ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। गीत पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। है सुख करनी, है दुख हरनी, है सुख करनी। ये मधुसूदन की आरती। एवरीबॉडी जय जय भागवत भगवान की है। पापियों को ये मधुर बोल, जग पंड खोल, सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को भनाने वाला। ये मधुर बोल, जग पंड खोल, सन मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को भनाने वाला। श्री राम यही, घनश्याम यही, श्री राम यही, Ganashamaya hi Jagaki Mang. Separate, yeah, it might be hard. Break it up first. Yoko Tarati Jai Jai Bhagwat Wanaki Hey Arati Papiyo ko Pap se hai Charati Papiyo ko Pap se hai Charati. When the person do so 3 times, I didn't get to walk around the murti. So I'm doing it 3 times to simulate parikram. When I go around 3 times, I get the freedom of a janam, a life as sin. When you are in Bhagwat and you get to see the person do it, Darshanam says, I didn't do it myself, but I get to see it, I get the blessing as if I did it. When you are toting the God around all those devatas that are assembled on that bedi, dear God, dear fire, witness. Come on, all. Dear witness the good that I do. If all you want, because of limited space, let the first person make a lap and pass the book. It will go faster than all these people have to make a lap. As they go wrong, when you finish your tree, pass the book. Akashatam patitam toyam yadha grakshatim tu sagaram sarvo devam namaskaram Keshava patigrakshatim. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodhayat. If a person is standing watching, consider what I'm saying. This, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to facilitate everybody who help one way or the other. In the typical yag, the person, the pundit, the people don't have the time, they don't have the patience, they don't care. You will hear people going jag, they're going for parsad. But the blessing of toting the book is for some and not for all, and that is not the truth. The truth is, any person that journey wherever the word of God is being chanted, equally sharing the blessing. This is why Hanuman Baba does sit on the singers and he does sit in the audience. Wherever the person is getting Bhardan or Ashivad, that is where he wants to be. For this reason, if the host, I saying it for the, if you have yag, if you have a satsang, consider, Pandit, you who doing my prayers, make sure everybody get parsad, make sure everybody get panchamrit, make sure everybody get chandan, make sure they share and relish in the blessing. If they could touch the book, if they could touch the shaligram, bless them. And when the person doing the part, dear God, when I was fixing for your prayers and I hustling because I had to get up early, all my shooters, God, I grumble, forgive me. Dear God, when I had to do all this work, forgive me. When people come for food and I thought to myself, so much of tomatoes you want, so much of roti you want, so much of food you want, and I thought like that. The human in me, I make an error. Dear God, forgive me. I'm a flawed person and I'm trying hard to do better. Help me to do better. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodhayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Everybody. Om. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Dear God, this Yag, I wanted to teach people about Sara Satsang and how it feels to be in the place of a Yag, and it feels very calm. These children are strangers to that practice. For the first time, they saw a Yag in this way, this format, Bhagwat, without one drum, without one organ, keyboard, with one, I think Pandit sang the full bhajan. For this day, dear God, if at any time as a musician, as a singer, as an artist, I became full of pride, false pride, nastiness, I could sing better than that one, I could play drum better than that one, it becomes a competition and I talk with that attitude. Dear God, help me to become humble. Dear God, if I have that pride inside of me, I look better in a sari than that one, fair people better than dark people, Indian people better than black people. If I have Brahman better than Sudra, Brahman better than everybody, dear God, Krishna just teach me equally present in everybody. Help me to understand that. Help me to have that drishti. And tonight, as I make this step, just like how pundits this do prayers to get forgiveness is something I'm showing you. This type of prayer, this step, you're going to say, Pandit, we don't do that. And I want you to ask yourself why. Why it is I don't get to do this. If I understand what I'm doing, how come in we prayers we don't do it? If the person is robbed of the opportunity to get the forgiveness of God, what we really doing? Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha. If the Pandit mispronounced, left out, or showed any bias, dear God, forgive we Purohit, forgive the Hotri, forgive the Dwij, forgive the Ritwik. Tat Savitur Varenyam O Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. If, consider what we're doing, if we protect, we pundit. Look at the birth rate right now. See in the future who going to do your funeral, your wedding. Nobody is jarring you now. It is dying out. If you do not protect your pundit, who will be there to protect you or guide you in your dark time? For this reason, as a Gosine, I accept all. I accept all of them, and I will teach all of them. I don't care who say what. The day you're in trouble and you want the person to come and ring the bell and blow the song so your soul and your family soul could get help, we need these boys to have the power and the knowledge what to do. Otherwise, when people have twin and they have triplet and they have yamal birth, you will have nobody to help you. It already happening. And if you think this one is good and that one is good and you have that bias inside of you, you are part of the problem that is hitting the community. If you don't take guidance from we book where Christians say are inside everybody, well, I don't know who guiding you, brother. I don't allow that bias to guide me. In my life, I try. I'm not perfect, but I try to help all. Tonight, as I conclude this part, I'm not going to lift the Khalsa yet. We're going to share the book a day for all of you. My advice, Andy, anybody that have a little health problem, family problem, if you want, the floor is yours. When we conclude, I'm just going to say to Maria Mata, the Devta is still on the bed. If you want to walk around, whilst people who don't walk around start to collect the parsad and whatever, I am trying to give everybody a chance. Use some common sense and give one person, and then you will go. Nothing is happening. No need to rush. Be going orderly, and everybody will take a chance. And yes, I'm taking a little bit of your time. Bear with me. It's for your benefit. If we work with time and only shortcut everything, then you get shortcut. So choose what you wish to do, right? So let me just say to Mira Mata now, and after everybody eat and leave, I go lift the Khalsa. Let me make a deal. So everybody get to touch the baby. When you go there, bow by the shaligram, it's there upon the devil, stand up by the baby, saying your little prayers, guiding you. Your prayers, guide you. That's all you have to say. Say your prayers, go around your thing, collect your parsad, God bless you. We pack the food. I hope you enjoy the food. Pandit Neil sponsor we some milk, so we get paneer. I hope all you like it. In the morning is 8 to 10:30 who have the blessing of God. The door is open, come. In the morning is to help sick. In the morning is to do Gita part, Vasudev Mahatyam and Gita Mahatyam. Who have the blessing, you are welcome to come. Who not understand is a sinner, and God will provide the chance until we get to do it again. No problem. Whichever you're able, my advice, take the opportunity. When all them pundit come in the morning and you see who has sense, wash all them pundit foot when they do the Gayatri. I am showing you how to do prayers. When you hear people say, for example, just consider this stupidity telling you. When you hear people say you could do your own shroud, when people tell you it have something called Narang Bali shroud, just shroud are picking on. It have prayers that you and I are yet to see. So if you see something different, don't kick different. Ask how or why. What's the value of that? I don't know about it. That's fine. Ask a question, but take the opportunity. If people are affording you, when you ask God, God help me, and the help come, and the same person they were me about that, what God gonna do with you, boy? Think wasi. All right, everybody, easy breezy together. Twameva mata chapita twameva twameva bandhu chasaka twameva twameva vidya twameva sarvam Tvameva sarvam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hari Om. Prem Sablo Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavanaputra Hanumana ki jai, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki jai, Vindravan Bihari Lala ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai, jai jai, Sitaram. Sitaram everybody.